Welcome back to Brand Champions, brought to you by the Teal Agency. I'm Howard Wolpoff, your host. We're talking about brands, branding, everything to make that statement about a company and make you stand out. I'm here with my co-host, Janine Hogan. And Janine, hi, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I want to get this conversation started. Branding, really, there's a lot of overarching things that a company should focus on, but what are the challenges that companies do have to really get that right message out through their brand?
I think one of the biggest challenges that companies are facing is really being able to clearly define their true value proposition. So if they don't really know what they're doing to solve the problems of their target audience, it can be very difficult to communicate that.
Yes, knowing who you are and what you do really is the first and foremost before making that message and trying to figure it out for the rest of the world.
Absolutely.
Perfect. So we are going to have a couple of really great guests with us today to really continue this conversation. Happy to have Jacqueline Lee of Silva Screen Printing and Tuan Tu of Covet Branding with us today. And Jacqueline, let me ask you a question. When you are visualizing a company and a brand, how much of their story goes into the statements that you're making for them with the work that you do for them?
Yeah, Howard, that's a great question. Thank you for asking. I think our goal as a screen printing company, and one that specializes in branded apparel, is focusing on their customers' needs. So we want to make sure that what we are giving them is basically a walking billboard or walking advertisement of their brand proposition and brand values. Our goal is to do that through a B2B relationship with them to allow us to trust that they know what they want on their branded apparel, but give us the opportunity to help direct them in the best way to show that brand. I think that's very important.
It is very important because you want that message to be shown within each piece that the statement being made to help get their story out there. Now, Tuan, you really work with companies and really focus on their story, but sometimes a company name or what they do really stands out more and may look different than what their story is. How does that weigh in as you're trying to create that imagery for their messaging?
Yeah, so from our end, it's more direct to consumer. So it's B2C, where we're advertising to the end customers, the end consumers. So I think from a branding standpoint, it's really important to cut through if you have a very strong storytelling aspect of it. But it also, from a branding standpoint, it needs to be distinctive. Your tone of voice needs to be distinctive. Your copy, the overall advertising look and feel needs to be really strong in order to ensure that it is memorable, it is easily recognizable, and it also creates this emotional connections with the end customers.
Yeah, that's really great, and that emotional connection is so powerful. It's really what drives their action. So, Tuan, tell me, what is something that you're doing that that's maybe a little different from other branding experts on how to get them connected with their audience?
Yeah, that's a great question. Thank you for asking that, Janine. So my background, I've been a marketer for the last 22 years, working at companies like Procter & Gamble, CoverGirl, and Revlon, and Paula Story Skincare. And so for me, what really makes us different is that we take our time to understand the customer's objectives, their goals, their why. Like, why are they in business? What's their purpose, for being in business? What is that need that they're serving? And then from there, really leveraging our real experience. The strategies that we recommend have been tested, tried, and proven to really help our clients accelerate their growth.
That's excellent. Excellent. Congratulations on that. That's wonderful. And Jacqueline, for you, I do have a question for you. So when brands come to you, they're usually prepared with their colors, logos, and graphics and all the things that they need. But is there ever a time where you have to go in and consult for them or give them suggestions?
Yeah, absolutely. We are frequently consulted. We are a direct-to-retail printer along with a corporate promotions printer. So what that means is frequently our product is working around fashion trends and retail trends. Oftentimes brands come to us and say, hey, we've got this new thing that we're launching, and we want to know kind of what the trends are. So we do a lot of trend analysis and evaluation on where they're going to want to invest their dollars in marketing and brand, awareness and that sort of thing. We give them alignments with what we see fashion trends coming, what colors we see coming, what type of fabrics or materials are coming. And that is all part of that brand experience. It gives them the opportunity to stay ahead of retail trends, therefore being relevant in the market.
It sounds like that's a great differentiator for you too.
It is. It gives us a lot of opportunity to be experts in our field and give them a comfort that working with us is the place that they need to be when it comes to authority on brand development.
That's great.
Well, it's key. There's a lot of components that go into a very good brand and a good visual that translates into apparel, signage, website, everything that goes into it. And it's good that we have many different types of people who are working on these aspects to really get this messaging out for companies. So Jacqueline and Tuan, thank you so much for joining us as part of this conversation.
Thank you for having us.
And thank you very much for joining us as well. Having a strong brand, having the right colors really helps you jump out in a very cluttered marketplace. Having the right apparel that goes along with it really can make you stand out or be the walking billboard as other people are wearing t-shirts with your logo on it and sharing it with the world. So definitely invest in the right branding and it will go a long way for you. So for Janine, I'm Howard. Thank you for joining us. Go out, have a great rest of today, and we will see you next time.